BCW faithful. I'm Samira, and today I am joined by our Grand Dragon champion, Anthony Gangone, and Colossal Mike Law. Guys, how are we doing here tonight?
I'm doing
All
good.
right.
I'm
Okay. First
sorry,
of all,
champion.
I don't know why you would speak first. Okay, I'm the champion in BCW. So let's just get this going.
Right. All right. I mean, listen, all fair. Listen, I forgot, Princess. You first. Yeah.
Okay, coming up here, if you guys don't know, Summer on Smash, tribute to Mama Mahan on June 18th, we have Colossal Mike Law going up against Anthony Gangone for the Grand Dragon Championship. You know, this was the first match announced, and, you know, Mike, you were promised this match from Governor AJ Pan, and, like, what's the deal with that? Can you tell me more about that?
I mean, I think it's long overdue. Guys like Anthony Gangone have been given a lot of opportunities to showcase their talents, and I'm not taking. Listen, it's not like a hate thing. I don't hate Anthony at all. I actually used to get along pretty well. It's just business, man. At the end of the day, I'm like really all-time confidence in terms of leading the charge for BCW. I consider it like the current status of BCW like the dark ages. You know what I mean? I feel like by me being champion, by being the Grand Dragon champion, it's like an opportunity for like a restart for BCW, and with that comes along the fanfare, man. Along comes my reputation for just not only as a professional wrestler, as a business person, and that's why I look at this. I look at this as kind of a changing of the guard. I know Anthony probably feels differently, and I get it. He's a competitive person, but I'm a competitive person. And as far as his title shot's long overdue. I know how to, people are going to say, oh, well, AJ and you are best friends, and we've gone 20 plus years of friends, but it has nothing to do with that. At the end of the day, the right person deserves the title shot, and I'm that guy.
I mean, Gangone, do you have any response to that? Especially, how did you feel after seeing the announcement on social media?
Long overdue. In what way? I mean, when was the last time you were in BCW? And then you beat Jerry of all people. Who cares, right? And then all of a sudden you get a title shot. This is strictly because you and AJ have been friends for a while, 20 years, you said. And this is why you're getting the title shot. And then you want to say things are handed to me. Let me let you know that I have been on a roll since the tournament. And before the tournament, I lost every single match. And you know what I did? I said, in this tournament, I'm going to get all my wins back and this Grand Dragon Championship. And you know who I beat? Daniel Alexander. Jay Bougie, you know him, right? He doesn't shut up. He's bringing another title from a different company. For some reason, has to put it on the line on this show. Don't get why. And Darius Carter. Put him to sleep too. And he's the current BCW champion. So don't say I didn't earn this or I've been handed opportunities.
I never said
I've been handed opportunities. Mike, you and I both know that the way that I do things, people don't like. So I have to win matches. That's the only way that I get opportunities. All right. So as far as you go, last time I remember, the last time you were in BCW was what, September 2021? September 2020.
But that was
that?
That's not my call. That's not my call. See, if anything, I've always approached this thing as business and as a professional. Okay, so don't forget that, because me being out of BCW doesn't it takes away from everything else I've accomplished outside of it. Which overall, yeah, I've been very successful. Yeah, I've been wrestling for a lot of both minor and major companies. So I don't think the idea of like, hey, I haven't been in BCW 2 years negates any of that. And that's, you know what I mean? Like, for me as a contender, as a person who has a history there, I've made event at BCW events. I've been there from the very beginning. And there, yeah, I did take a time off away from it. It was a complete business decision between my management and myself. But again, it doesn't negate the hard work. It doesn't negate my record. It doesn't negate the fact that when I'm on an event, people talk, you know what I mean? And, you can say whatever you want about Jay Bougie, whatever, but people talk when he's on it. People talk when you're on an event. So it's one of those things where I look at this thing from a broader spectrum, man. You look at it as purely as a pro wrestler, and that's fine, and I respect that. Me, I look at this from a broader spectrum. I look at this from a business aspect, and, all things aside, that's why me becoming a champion for BCW is the best thing. It's the best decision. I don't doubt it in my heart of hearts. I truly believe that.
Samira, you gonna ask another question or what?
I think she's memorized by the fact that I was able to say that all in one breath.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've known you for years, so I'm not surprised that you don't shut up. So.
Hey, here we go again, man. This. I noticed this. You're like one of those passive aggressive people. Even on your tweet.
Who me?
Yeah,
Passive aggressive? There's no way.
Yes.
Come on.
Well, right. I mean, I see the sarcasm there somewhere, but like I get it, man. Like you're one of those dudes like you like to throw cheap shots at people. You like to throw little underhanded comments. Like I get it, man. Like you're not the most intelligent guy in the room, so like don't even try that shit with me.
Yeah, yeah. Come on, Mike. Mike. First of all, yeah. Can I be an asshole if I can curse on this? I don't really care. I'm gonna do it anyway. Yes, I can be. Can I throw in those shots? Yeah, because it's fun to do, right? But at the end of the day, I back up everything I've said. So that's how it is, Mike. Yeah, I'll have fun with this. I'll make this fun for myself. But when it comes to business, then I get the job done.
And I mean, to those of you watching right now that don't know this, but Gangone and Mike Law are very familiar with each other, have been tag team partners in the past and even opponents. So, I mean, what does this mean for you guys right now with this title on the line here at BCW? I mean, obviously things are very, very heated and you guys know each other very well.
Yeah, me and Mike, we've been tag partners. We've even been tag champions together. We've been on the same shows. We've been on the same roads. We've done a lot of the same things in wrestling, right? But at the end of the day, all I'm saying is, when it comes down to me and Mike at this point in our careers, there is no way in BCW that Mike Law will beat me for this championship. I worked way too hard for this, beat too many important people for this. I even had to deal with Vicky faking a neck injury for this championship. All right. So, Mike Law, at this point in time, I just don't think you're worthy for this championship and BCW. That's all I'm saying. And I'm going to prove that on that day.
Man, you listen, I'll give you this. The ego on you, man. Like I remember people used to tell me about you, man. And I used to say, that's bullshit. Like Gangone's a good one. And now I see it, man. I see it slowly seep through everything you do, man. And you know what? There's a difference between you and I, man. 23 plus years that I've been doing this. I never expected anything out of it. But I see guys of your generation 5 years in and they become bitter because they're not on national TV. No, man, this is a hustle for me. This is a lifestyle for me. Every week, day in, day out, I'm training, whether it's at the Fallout Shelter, whether it's me competing in other places, in other companies, you know what I mean? Winning other titles. You're not the only one who could brandish titles there, Gangone. But with that being said, man, you say that I don't deserve, well, there'll be 2 after next weekend, believe me. But with that being said, for you to say I don't deserve, that is a crock of shit right there, bro. And you know it because I have been doing whatever it is I've been told to do since day one. And the problem is that I've been a good soldier. You know, I followed the path, okay? And that's gotten me nowhere. Now it's different. Now, these days, I look out for myself because I spend way too much time looking out for everybody else, and then no one's looked out for me. That's changed, man. This opportunity that AJ Penn has given me isn't because of friendship. It's because for 23 years, I've always done the right thing, okay, by everyone else. Now I do the right thing for me.
Yeah, that's great. That's great and all. And I'm glad that you. Oh, I heard for years Anthony Gangone this. Here's the thing. At the end of the day, people can say whatever they want about me. I'm not a liar. Never have been. So everything I say, maybe you don't like the way I say it, and that's fine. But I say the truth each and every time, and I'm not going to apologize for who I am for other people to feel more comfortable.
Listen, don't look at me for that. I've never expected anything but the truth. See, I'm not one of these. I'm a guy who came up in '98. It was a lot different back then. Okay, so I don't expect you to take it easy, and believe me, don't expect me to take it easy on you. At the end of the day, man, like it's business. And I want everyone to know that next weekend, that's exactly what it's going to be, man. You're never going to see a harder hitting match than you're going to see next weekend. You're never going to see 2 guys who are insanely competitive, probably to a fault, like you are next week. All right, this is going to be a fight, man. And I've always prided myself on just hanging with the best and making sure that like everyone got their money's worth. It's going to be a fight. I can't wait for it.
Yeah, it'll be a fight, and Mike, you know, you out of everyone I've ever wrestled have knocked me out a few times, right? But here, yes, 2 times exactly. You have knocked me out 2 times, so I do owe you a couple receipts, don't I? So yes, it will be a hard hitting fight. I never said anything about your actual talents. All I'm saying is your record in BCW and compared to my record
That's why you're
is what it
champion.
is.
That's why you're champion. I'm not
Exactly.
debating why you're champion. In fact, I would say arguably you're probably one of the top champions in BCW. That's not an insult. Darius Carter's a champion there. You have a few others. Like the lineage that's there. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with saying that you're one of the top guys, not only in BCW, but in the wrestling industry, because I've seen some of the stuff like from an innovative standpoint, you're quite the innovator, man. I will never take that away from you. Never. But I think for me, it boils down to what's the best decision as far as making this company like propel to another level. I am that decision. I am the right guy to challenge for that title. I'm certainly be the right guy that once I win that title will represent BCW. Okay, it's the dark ages right now. You have to admit it. They have to admit it. Right now, it's the dark ages. Once that company gets, with it and start like promoting the guys that should be on top. Okay, now I'm saying yourself included. Then we'll see some difference. But right now, my focus is next weekend, next Saturday or next Sunday, I should say, and it's just to just go out there and have a banger and win that title, man. Like I need this more than you do. You've already you have 3 titles there. I think you're complacent. Me, I need these titles. I need these opportunities because 23 years in, it doesn't get easier. But for me, I'm hungrier and I have a love and a passion for this. Like I just started when I was 15 years old, like yesterday. So I don't look at this as anything more than just an opportunity to like just bring something home that I haven't had, and that's that Grand Dragon Championship. It'd be nice to have it in my mantle.
Okay, so you keep talking about the dark ages. You and I both know, Mike, that it
Right.
has nothing to do with talent, and especially me. It has everything to do with Anthony Cole and who he thinks is important and who he puts on his shows and all that. It has nothing to do with me or someone like Darius Carter and other people, even yourself, right? It has everything to do with Anthony Cole looking the wrong way, looking at the wrong people instead of
Not
people that
not
do work hard, and instead of people that do work hard, only work hard and doesn't talk to this person or that person or says this or that. That's what I do. And the thing that bothers a lot of people, probably not you, is that my hard work still gets me to that position that they try to talk their way into. So, that being said, yes, you think that you winning this championship here, the Grand Dragon Championship, is going to change things. No. I fight. Yes, I have all these championships, many more to come this summer, by the way. I have all these championships, but I still fight like I don't have these championships because at the end of the day, I don't want to prove anything to those fans or those wrestlers in the back or you or anybody else. I'm here to prove to myself that everything I say about me is real and true. And that's all that matters.
I mean, as you guys were mentioning before, I mean, Mike, this is the first time you've been back in BCW in 2 years. And, Anthony's been here. And like we see here, he's our champion. I mean, and you're getting a title shot like straight away after beating Jerry. I mean, what would this mean to you coming back like straight away and winning this title so fast?
I think for me, winning this championship, Samira, is just like just proving a lot of people wrong, man. My life has been about that since I started. When I was 15 years old and I started in a broken down gym in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, and all I've strived to do is prove people wrong, and like everyone from like Gangone to like the people who are in charge of BCW. I think it was one of those things where I definitely feel like I've been taken for granted by a lot of them, and this to me is so important. And I listen, I have utmost respect for Gangone. Don't get it twisted. It's not about like I hate the guy or anything like that, but I'm a very competitive person, man. My heart and soul is in this business. You know what I mean? I bleed it, I live it. You know what I mean? Like every day I think about it, you know, and so I don't look at it as like the to me, this is just an opportunity not only to win a title that I've never had around my waist, but certainly like just to prove a lot of doubters, man. I know there's a lot of doubters in that locker room. I know there's a lot of doubters in that management team. And to me, like I know it's different. If I lose this, there's nowhere to go. You know what I mean? Gangone loses, he's still a top guy because he's been there. You know what I mean? He's been there for 2 years. Me, I haven't. You know what I mean? And to me, winning that title means so much more because of the fact that it's make or break. You know what I mean? Every opportunity I'm out there, listen, I'm not Gango's a lot younger than me. You know what I mean? Like he has, you know, I could do this for 20 more years. I feel great. I'm physically, I feel fantastic. Mentally, I'm great, you know, but I also know that a loss doesn't help me. You know what I mean? I certainly believe that, you know, this opportunity to win this championship is far away as anything else. You know, like it's just to prove to, yeah, I'll mention it to Cole. It proves to, you know, even my best friend AJ Penn. I know, you know, ultimately, like he has a lot of faith in me, and that's why he's entrusted me with this position.
Gangone, any thoughts?
I mean, there's really nothing to say that I haven't said before. He said what he had to say. It came from the heart. Yeah, he has to prove a lot of people wrong in his own mind. To me, he doesn't have to prove anything to me other than the only thing that he can't prove to me is on that day for this championship, he's not going to be better than me. Everything else he says, I believe. Uh, him being, you know, he's been in wrestling for a long time. Yes, I heard those same people say a lot of things about you, Mike, about your what you do in the ring and how, oh, maybe he's not good enough. And I myself never believed that. But on that day, you just won't be good enough against me. Maybe against anybody else, you would be. Not that day. But I mean, Samira, I mean, I know you have at that probably a bunch of questions that don't really matter, and we're probably going to repeat ourselves. But I do want to give Mike the floor on this. You know, this show is about Mama Pan. It's a tribute to her, right? It's on Father's Day as well. So maybe I'll give you the floor on this, and I'll probably allow you to say whatever you need to say. But what does Mama Pan mean to you?
Listen, first of all, with all due respect, you're not allowing me to say. I'm a grown man. You know, you're not allowing me to say anything. You know,
Yeah.
don't ever misconstrue that. I know you're the champion. Listen, I respect you, but with that same respect, I appreciate that you reciprocate that same respect because I would never disrespect you like that. And so you're not allowing me to say anything. I'm telling you that more than anything, more than winning and proving to other people that have doubted me, and you talk about it, there's people who said that I wasn't good enough. And you know, where are they now? You know what I mean? I'm still doing my thing. I'm still winning championships. I'm still living this life. While a lot of those guys are either bitter or retired. But at the same time, like more important than anything is I know that she's watching and she's gonna be watching, whether win or lose, man. Like I know that I have the same feelings I had in the 2018 Super 8. You know, I knew that that was the year before she passed. And, you know, to me, like, that's the kind of emotion that I have going into this. You know, I know that she's going to have the best seat in the house. And, you know, ultimately, like, I have to win this, man. I have to. Like, I'm doing it for her. I'm doing it for myself. I'm doing it for that 15-year-old kid who cried himself to sleep every night because he felt he never belonged. So, you know, that does a lot riding on this, man. In my heart of hearts, I respect Anthony. Like I said, I think he's a great innovator. I think he has a great mind. But in my heart of hearts, my soul, I believe I should be champion. There's no question.
Gentlemen, do you have any final thoughts for each other here tonight?
I'll let the champ take it away.
No, go ahead, Mike.
I said what I have to say, man. Like I said, I'm going to see you next Sunday. And like I said, I hope the fans who show up, buy tickets, know that they're in for a special treat, win or lose, man. I give it my all. I leave everything in that ring, man. I really do. And I know what it's like to have to pay $20 and put that hard-earned money towards a ticket. And for me, that's of utmost importance. I want people to see a fight. I want to see people to see action. It's gonna be great, man. I mean, regardless of anything that happens, again, respectfully, my goal is to win that title, man, showcase everybody that I am top of the line. I am at my best. That's going to be a long time before, I go anywhere.
Yeah. Well, what I have to say is that on that night, you will get, or that day, you will get a fight. You will get a championship match that's worth your time. But at the end of the day, Mike, you talk about, you come on here with all this bravado and you want to speak this way, you're a grown man and all that. And on that day, with everything that you've spoken about, it's going to be real tough for me to break your heart with all that pressure you put on yourself. But I'm not a stepping stone for anybody, and that includes you. So on that day, I'm going to break your heart, your fans' heart, your friends' heart, all of them.
Well, gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me here tonight. BCW faithful, come out and check out this match. Colossal Mike Law versus Anthony Gangone for the Grand Dragon Championship. The Summer on Smash tribute to Mama Pan, June 18th at the Mecca at Ridgefield Park, New Jersey. Tickets are still available, so please come check out the show.